We're watching the internet's most irresponsible mom.
My daughter said that she's gonna expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born. What are you gonna expose? Do you know how many CPS cases I've had on me in the last 4 months? And I still have custody of my kids? But then, as I got older, I just had this thing to be with somebody incarcerated. Like, I don't know, I liked bad boys, okay? I'm an inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend
What does that mean? An inmate hopper?
was in prison, I'd take him too, baby.
People call Ash Trevino TikTok's worst mom for a reason. She made some controversial choices, and she made them online in front of 1 million followers. This is the crazy story of Ash Trevino and why she's known as TikTok's worst mom. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality, and to do that, we gotta keep growing. So, 68% of you guys aren't subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you did, and I promise.
Go subscribe, Visual Venture. Go subscribe.
You are awesome.
You are
Happy
awesome.
Family. If you've spent time on TikTok, you've probably seen Ashley or Ash Trevino. Many people consider her the face of bad parenting, but her story didn't just start on TikTok. To understand how she got here, we need to go back to her high school years. In high school, Ashley met a boy named Israel Gress. He was her first love, but they couldn't wait. They got married before she even finished high school. She was 17, he was 19. But marriage wasn't the only thing they did quickly. They had kids just as fast. By the time she was 20, Ash had her first daughter, Haley. 3 years later, she had her second daughter, Eviana. For a while, they seemed like a normal family, but it didn't last. Ashley started to get jealous of her own daughter, Haley. She didn't like how her husband paid more attention to Haley than to her, so she lashed out.
I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her.
What?
Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me, and so like I took my anger out on her.
After 9 rocky years, Ash and Israel split. Their divorce was final in 2017. Ash was now a single mom with 2 kids, and she was free to do whatever she wanted. She even bragged on Instagram
She still has her
saying
kids?
she was going to do me and focus on herself. Not long after, she joined TikTok. That was in 2019, about 2 years after her divorce. But her videos weren't just about being a single mom. Some of the things she said and did were seriously controversial. Chasing love in strange places. Ash talked a lot about her love life on TikTok. One thing she always said was that she had a thing for bad boys.
But then, as I got older, I just had this thing to be with somebody incarcerated. Like, I don't know, I liked bad boys, okay?
Still, people were shocked when Ash started dating men who were already in prison. Her first prison romance was with a man named Isaiah Gonzalez. He was in jail for aggravated robbery and taking someone's life. Ash and Isaiah began writing letters. Then she married him while he was still behind bars, but their wedding was strange. Since Isaiah was in jail, Ash stood alone at the altar holding a photo of him. Unfortunately, their marriage wasn't smooth. Ash claimed Isaiah stopped talking to her. Eventually, they split up, and she had to go through another divorce. But Ash didn't give up. She got involved with another prisoner. This time, she married Lopez Trevino. This wedding was the same as before. Ash was alone at the altar because Noe was behind bars. She even wore a shirt that said, "Just married, Noe and Ash." Once again, that marriage didn't last. Less than a year later, she went on TikTok to announce their split.
How are you legally getting married to someone that's not standing there with you?
Guys, I am officially divorced. Officially divorced. Yep.
Ash kept dating inmates. The more she did, the more famous she got on TikTok. It became part of her brand. She even bragged about how many inmates she's been with.
To be honest,
Yeah, be honest. Completely honest.
I would say like 50 to 75.
Ew!
And if she got bored with one, she simply moved on to the next.
Like every other month, I would talk to another inmate just because I didn't find myself attracted to the one I was talking to. So I would find another one to run.
Soon, Ash got a nickname on TikTok. People started calling her the inmate hopper. Instead of being embarrassed, she owned it.
I'm an inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend was in prison, I'd take him too, baby.
Obviously, it isn't easy to date someone in jail, and when the romances fall apart, Ash went live on TikTok and aired all the drama. One of her messiest fights was with an inmate named Jesse. Jesse was in jail for having an illegal pew-pew. He was also a member of a dangerous gang. Ash started dating him while he was still locked up. When he got out, she threw him a party at a hotel. She decorated the room with hearts and roses. Then she went on TikTok and called Jesse her husband.
I don't need a tattoo to symbolize what I am to my husband.
However, their relationship didn't last. Jesse dumped her not long after getting out. Ash was upset. She went live on TikTok cussing Jesse out over the phone.
Nah, don't even say all that. Don't even say all that, bro. Like, F you. Don't call me no more. Move on.
But viewers were starting to worry because some of the men Ash dated weren't just inmates. They had violent criminal records. One of the most dangerous men Ash dated was Francisco. He was in prison for taking the lives of 2 females. One victim was almost the same age as Ash's daughter, but Ash dated Francisco anyway, and she didn't hide it. She showed him off on TikTok. Sometimes she even put him on speakerphone during her live streams. When people warned her about his crimes, Ash defended him.
Guys, he's innocent, and I don't care what y'all say, what y'all think. He's innocent, and y'all are gonna see that.
But viewers weren't just worried about Francisco. They were worried about Ash bringing these criminals around her kids. At first, Ash denied it.
My kids have never been around any of the inmates that I talked to.
However, photos on social media told a different story. One showed Ash and her kids posing with an inmate right inside a jail. In another video, Ash let it slip that her daughters spent time with another inmate after he was released.
The only one that they were around, and it was in a public area, was Jesse when he came home.
For Ash, dating inmates wasn't just about love. It became part of her income. Whenever she went live with one of her inmate boyfriends, viewers sent her virtual gifts. Those TikTok gifts turned into real cash. At one point, she made 10,000 pounds in 2 hours on a live stream. That's over $10,000 in 2 hours. But even with the money rolling in, viewers kept raising red flags. They felt her choices were putting her daughters in danger. One article described her as a single mother of 2 teenage daughters who has zero interest in raising her children and who is vicariously living her adolescence in her 30s. Eventually, someone reported her to Child Protective Services.
Good.
In trouble with the law.
Hopefully her kids get
Child Protective
taken.
Services, or CPS, is the agency that checks if kids are safe at home. They visited Ash's house over and over, but after looking into things, they let her keep her kids. Ash even bragged about it on TikTok.
Baby, CPS has never taken my kids. Yes, I've had like 20 CPS cases. They dismissed them all because you know
Excuse
why?
you?
My kids are in good hands.
She didn't lose her daughters, but that doesn't
Dude, people lose their kids for less. How is she able to keep her kids when she's dating like murderers and that's up?
mean they weren't affected. Other kids at school knew their mom was the inmate hopper, and that caused problems.
In the beginning of school, people noticed my mom, and I got like in the cafeteria a lot of stares. And so if I could, I honestly would go back to my old life, to being a nobody to people.
The embarrassment got so bad that they had to start homeschooling, but the worst was yet to come. The love triangle. In 2023, Ash started flirting with a 19-year-old TikToker named Santos.
I don't have a boyfriend. Let me call Daddy Santos. Daddy, what are you doing? I love you, puppy.
The viewers thought this relationship was weird. For starters, Ash was in her 30s, Santos was 19. That's about a 17-year age gap. But that wasn't the worst part. Her teenage daughter Haley also had a crush on Santos, and the messy love triangle played out on TikTok. In one live stream, Santos was on camera with both Ash and Haley. Then he asked a question that made everyone uncomfortable.
How do you feel that your mom stole your crush?
Santos, how do you feel about being bald?
Why would you ask her that? Why would you ask her that?
Haley was standing right there.
W
She tried to laugh it off,
drama.
but it was clearly awkward. Viewers were furious. They accused Ash of stealing her daughter's crush, something no mom should do.
And how everybody's saying that he was my daughter's crush, I never knew that. If I would have known that she liked him, I would have never talked to the boy.
But after all the backlash, Ash continued her relationship. She kept posting videos with Santos, acting like nothing was wrong.
And Santos will see everything tonight. Or when I'm in Cali.
Can't wait for that later FaceTime call, you know?
Huh?
But like her other relationships, it didn't last. Santos dumped her. Ash went on TikTok sobbing and cussing him out. Around the same time, her daughters started acting out. For instance, Haley threatened to go public with some family secrets.
My daughter said that she's gonna expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born. What are you gonna expose?
And Ash's younger daughter, Eviana, got her nose pierced without permission. She was just 13. Ash's followers saw it all because she was still posting everything online. But that was about to change because some angry viewers wanted to kick her off TikTok. Enough is enough. Usually, the internet just watches drama happen, but Ash's parenting was so controversial that people took action. It started with a petition on change.org. This is a website where people can collect signatures for causes they care about. The petition was called Ban Ash Trevino from TikTok Permanently. One part of it read, Trevino has built a notorious reputation for her neglectful behavior toward her own children. This goes against the community guidelines set by TikTok, which state that content that harms the online community or individual's experience are not allowed on the app. The petition spread fast. In a few days, it got over 30,000 signatures. Now it has over
God.
140,000. The movement didn't stop there. TikTok users created the hashtag #UnfollowAsh. As the petition and hashtag grew, Ash started losing followers. At first, she acted like it didn't matter.
300,000 people unfollow me, it's not gonna matter. Thank you, D, because I don't get paid off my followers or my views.
She said it didn't affect her income.
I get paid off of my subs, my gifts, and my video views. That's what I get paid on.
But when more than 100,000 people unfollowed her, she couldn't laugh anymore. Her loyal fans were leaving, the pressure was building, and then TikTok finally got involved. After the petition and the
Banner.
backlash, TikTok decided to act. One day, Ash's TikTok account with over 1 million followers vanished. Ashley tried to spin it like it was her choice.
I deleted my account with my 1.1 million followers only because I want to start over fresh.
But everyone knew the truth. TikTok banned her. Luckily, Ash had a backup TikTok account. She popped back up, bragging.
I got my account back. Did y'all miss me? I'm back.
But TikTok wanted her gone, so they hunted her backup accounts and shut them down. Ash tried to stay on TikTok by making new accounts. One got 33,000 followers before they took it down. Another didn't even reach 400 before it disappeared. Each time, TikTok shut her down faster and faster. Ash couldn't keep up. In one of her last videos, she cracked. For once, the tough girl act was gone. Now, Ash's TikTok career is practically over. Her accounts are banned. TikTok hasn't provided an official reason, but for now, it seems there's no way back for Ash Trevino. At least
She's got a
on
weird
TikTok.
build.
I get it. Watching chaos unfold online can be entertaining. But Ashley isn't just a viral mom. She's a role model to some people, whether we like it or not. So while the internet makes people like these famous, I encourage you guys to be the kind of person the world actually needs more of. Visual Venture.
Visual Venture.
Wait, before you go, make sure you guys click here to
W video.